Hi everyone, thanks for joining me tonight. Just you caught me checking a few messages there. Welcome to the what day are we? Saturday stream. Okay, good. We've got over 100 in already. So just to let you know what's happening tonight, guys, I'm going to be doing the first members stream. This stream, which is open to everybody, is going to be for about an hour. I'm going to shut it down, come back after 15 minutes, and do a members stream. There's not going to be as many people in, obviously, because I've got about 100 members now. I'm just trying something different. I'll see how it goes, and we'll take it from there. I was supposed to have a guest tonight in the members stream. Unfortunately, that person's let me down at the last minute, so I haven't had time to replace the guest. So I'll just get on as best as I can. So as I've only got about an hour on this stream, let's crack on and say hi to Darren Drew, who's a new member. Dean Isan, how you doing, Derek? I know your name now. Then, hi. Kevin Sutherland, hi. Jeremy, just say hi to Jeremy there, because we actually went for a meal in my favorite restaurant, the one I'm always talking about, the Indian / Bangladeshi at the back of Soy 3. I am going to make a dedicated video about that restaurant, because I go there at least twice a week, sometimes more. But the problem is, at the moment, I've spoken to the manager and said, look, would you mind if I come along? And why would he not mind? You know, it's publicity for him. But at the moment, they're actually renovating the air conditioning part of the restaurant. I always sit outside, but he said, can you come back after we finish the renovation, which will be about a month, and then I'll go back and do that. But hi to Jeremy. Apparently you've just had some good food in Jomtien tonight. Very good. Okay, Ryan Seeger, how are you doing? Rob Lude, good to have you in. Paul Hoskin, happy birthday. Yeah, thank you very much to everybody who's wished me a very, very happy birthday. I'm 63 today, 63-year-old young. It's just another day for me, guys. No parties, no, obviously I'm not in a bar, I'm here doing live streams. But I do want to say hi to Roy. Roy is an American guy who lives in the same street as me, and I bumped into him a few times. He's heartbroken at the moment. He met a girl in Pattaya, fell for her. They had a thing going on, and it's all done and dusted now. But obviously, he's a man with a broken heart, and I've been trying to talk him out of it, as it were. I said, forget it, move on. But nice guy. I met Roy a few times in the street here where I live, and I've always been busy. I was just about to start a stream, or I had to pick somebody up from the BTS or whatever it was. And I think the guy thought I was making excuses, but today I was walking along Sukhumvit past, I think it was O'Neill's Irish Pub, and he was sat there, and he says, come on in and have a drink. So I went in and had a soft drink, and I ordered some fish and chips, because apparently they're very good in there, and Roy paid the bill. So thank you very much, Roy. That was very nice of you, very kind, very unexpected. Okay, right, real Rennie, how you doing? Good morning, Peter, and everybody in the stream from Copacabana. Yep, Franco, how you doing? Franco, I sent you a message today asking if you're still alive, because I haven't heard from you for a while. Good to see you in here. Matthew Cartwright, how you doing? Crypto Chris, same old crowd in. No name, thank you. George, how you doing? Who else we got? David Pipe, right. David Pipe, hello, fellow degens. Greetings from fabulous Las Vegas. Yeah, good to have you in. Now, who's that trying to contact me there? Yeah, okay. Right, we haven't said hi to Damien. How are you doing, Damien? Might bring you or Franco into the members stream later if you're up for it. If you are, let me know, and I'll send you a link, because my guest has let me down. Who else we got? Paul Hoskin, what are you saying? Raspberry sponge cake. Yeah, okay. Donald Trump, good to have you in. Poor old Donald Trump, the real Donald Trump. He's gone through hell at the moment, is he? Getting prosecuted and what have you. I actually like the guy. You know, I'll probably lose a lot of people in this stream, but I never talk politics very often. And I don't know anything about politics. I just go on the person. I look at the person talking. I kind of make up my mind whether they're sincere or whether they're bullshitters. And Donald Trump, you know, he's a multi-million billionaire, whatever he is, and he does seem he's very flamboyant in his way. He's got a very cavalier attitude, but he's a businessman, and he does seem to know what he's talking about, doesn't he? I actually like the guy. Right, Jeff, say thank you, mate. Very nice present there. A little something for your birthday beverage fund. Thanks. You always do it, Jeff, and it is much appreciated. Like I said to you earlier, for me now at 63, a birthday is just another day. Really, I don't celebrate it. It's just a reminder we're getting closer to 1 foot in the old box, doesn't it? Right. Let's go right back up here. See who have we missed. Let's have a look. Georgia said hi to you. Got to find my place again now. Franco, how you doing? Let's get you up there, the handsome man. Yeah, you're saying hi to Damien. Right, Charles Saunders. Good evening, Peter. Happy birthday to you. I hope you had an awesome day. Good evening to Franco. And right, let me tell you about my awesome week. Awesome 2 weeks. Believe it or not, I'm just recovering from food poisoning. Yeah, I mean, I got it bad and I didn't know I had it. So what happened? I don't know where I got it from. Who's that? Just give me another super chat there. Mark. I haven't seen you in the stream. Good to have you in, Marky. Thank you, Mark. Planning my next trip in January for my 60th. Okay, well, I'm 63 today. It just seems another lifetime away since we met in Pattaya that time when we were in Hooters, and I was admiring the cutlery, if you remember. Good to have you in, Mark. I did reach out to you a while ago because I hadn't seen you in, but thank you for that super chat as well. Yeah, so I actually had food poisoning. It was pretty bad, and I didn't know I had it. I don't know where I got it from. It wasn't from the Indian kind of restaurant because I've been going there 25 years. I've never got sick. I suspect I might know where it's from, but I don't want to say here in a public forum for obvious reasons. So I didn't know what it was. What happened? I was working on the PC, and someone else just sent me a super chat there. I'll come back to this. Brian Mills, very generous super chats tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Brian, an old timer in the stream as well. Good to have you in, Brian. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Nice super chats there. Randy, how you doing? Hi, Peter. Looking forward to the members stream. Happy birthday. Thanks a lot, Randy. Yeah, that'll be going in about. I don't know how it's going to go tonight because my first members stream and my guest dropped out, but we'll see. Perhaps bring somebody else in. What were we talking about? My food poisoning. So basically, what happened? I've been here about probably about 2 weeks now. Every time you come onto this stream, I'm getting hot, guys. Hang on. Every time you come into this stream, I'm like, yeah, I've got to go back to England. I've got to sell my house. I don't know how long that's going to take. Well, as you know, it's all done and dusted now. My house is gone. My wife and daughter have bought their own house with the proceeds. They're very happy where they are. But what's really great about it, I thought I'd be mega depressed when I came out here, and I'm actually not. I'm actually very happy. One of the reasons I'm very happy, I will get back to the food poisoning. You know how I like to ramble. So one of the reasons I'm very happy is because they've got themselves a nice little 3-bedroom semi. They've moved in. They've got all the brand new gear in there, and we're all friends. They write to me, how you doing? I write to them, how you doing? Daughters are coming out in November, stay in a hotel close by. My wife's talking to me, I'm talking to my wife, and it's all very, very friendly. So they've got what they wanted, and I've got what I wanted, and we're still in touch. It's not like, oh, I'm never going to see the kids again. And anyway, back to the food poisoning. So I've been out here about 2 weeks, and I got food poisoning, but I didn't find out it was food poisoning until yesterday because I've been trying lots of different glasses on because I'm going to have this laser surgery out here. It's fantastic out here, that sort of thing, medical procedures, and it's not expensive to have lasers. So I have to wear 3 sets of glasses. I've got one for distance, one for close up, and one for on the PC. And if I mix them up or I get them wrong or they're not quite right, I get headaches. Well, I used to. I've got the right ones now. But I was working away and I was getting thank you, Randy, for that super chat. I'll put that up in a bit. I was getting headaches. I was feeling really dizzy, and I had one day probably about a week ago, and I was vomiting so bad. And when you've actually vomited and you've got nothing else to offer the white bowl in there. It's gone. You're done and dusted. You're finished, and still your body is making you run to the bathroom, and you are heaving on an empty stomach. I had that for one day. The next day, my ribs felt like I'd had a kick in. They were so bad I could hardly breathe because they were so painful. I went out stupidly to a pharmacy, bought some antibiotics, took them, and I seemed to be okay for about 3 or 4 days. It was really good. And then yesterday I was on here again and I was feeling like vomiting again. I didn't vomit, but I was feeling like vomiting. I was dizzy, I was nauseating, and I thought I've got to get to a hospital. So I went round to a hospital on Rama 4 called Medicare. Very good, only been up 2 years. I've got a motorbike now. I'll talk about that later. And went in to see. I thought it was going to be very expensive because I was told it was on a par with Bummengrad, but I was surprised. I'll tell you how much it was. So I went in and I seen a Thai doctor, but very good at speaking English. He took my blood pressure is quite high, so he said I've got hypertension. I've got to go back in 2 weeks and maybe go on some medicine to bring down the blood pressure, which I'm not too worried about at the moment because it's only slightly high. And he fantastic. He put the stethoscope on. Put it to my stomach, and he just said straight away, he said, you got food poisoning. I said, well, how do you know? How can you he said, I just know from the noises that your stomach's making. So he said, what I'll do, I'll give you 2 injections today, one in each arm. He says, one will take care of the nausea and the other one will stop you feeling like vomit. And he gave me the 2 injections, or his nurse did. And within 15 minutes, I felt absolutely fine. Really good. He gave me 2 sets of antibiotics. I came back last night, didn't have any alcohol, just didn't feel like it. I was knocked out on the sofa because of the medicine. I went to bed at 11. I woke up this morning at 7:30, felt absolutely great, fantastic, and I feel okay now. So I'm continuing to take this medicine, and hopefully, but that's why I've been a bit quiet. I've been back 2 weeks, and you probably thought you're going to see lots and lots of new videos, and I've been very quiet. I've managed to get the stories out, and I managed to what did I do last week? I did some other stuff, the live streams, right? But now I'm recovering. I've got a plan. I've got a whole list of videos I want to do. This Wednesday, I'm going to be interviewing Tim Newton from TNT, down there in Phuket. We're going to do it online. Lovely bloke. I spoke to him 2 days ago on the phone. We spoke for about 45 minutes. Very interesting guy. And we're going to be talking about what's going on in Thailand. I'm going to be talking about him personally, how he got into the game and everything, the news reading, why he left the Tiger. I asked him if he'd mind if I could ask him that, because that's what you guys would want to know. And he was perfectly fine about that. He said, you can ask me whatever you like. I'll answer any questions. So that's on Wednesday with Tim. And then I intend to start going out and doing a lot more videos now. I don't really want to do the kind of vlogs that you see everybody doing, around a brand new hotel, another bar's open. I think too many people are doing that now. Okay, right. Just a few super chats I've got to say thank you to. Michael, good to have you in the stream, mate. Michael Whitaker, one of my oldest members. Happy birthday and something for the anti-food poisoning fund. Thank you, mate. Oh, I was going to tell you about the price, wasn't I? Richard as well. Happy birthday, Pete. Have a few beers on me. Thank you, Richard. Anybody else? Reggae vibes. I'm having a good night tonight. I'll be able to go out and get a bottle of whiskey at this rate. Happy birthday. Yeah, thank you all you guys who've wished me a happy birthday. Franco's saying hi to everyone. Yeah, and let me put Randy's up there because Randy's an old friend as well. Right, where are we? Brian, happy birthday. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Brian. Right, so let me just talk about the cost, what I had. So this is a 2-year-old hospital, very, very good, fantastic service, as always in the Thai hospitals. I went in, I registered, filled out a bit of paperwork, 10-minute exercise, no problem. The nurses are all around you, very helpful, very beautiful, actually. And I actually said to the doctor, I said, one of the most pleasant things about coming to a hospital in Thailand is all the beautiful nurses. They're all beauties. I said, when you go to in a hospital in England, you're lucky to see one if you're there for a week. The rest of them are kind of like, matrons types, no disrespect to English nurses, but you know what I mean, right? Western hospitals. And I said to the doctor, I said, you're lucky you work with all these beautiful women. And he told the nurse who was injecting me, he thinks you're very pretty. So that was quite fun. She made her day. So, okay, cost. So I went to the top hospital, right? I went in there. I had a good consultation with a doctor, probably half an hour. Talked about my hypertension, everything that went on. Discovered the food poisoning. Said, okay, go and wait. I'll give you some medicine. I went back. I was given 2 injections by the nurse, one in each arm, and then they also gave me 2 lots of antibiotics. And so you get charged for the nurse, you get charged for a hospital fee, you get charged for the doctor's consultancy. That was the most expensive. It was 1,000 baht, because I'm self-insuring now, right? People keep slating me and saying, oh, you're mad, you need 10 million in the bank and all this, right? You don't need 10 million, not, let's not get into it, but I'm self-insuring now and I'm paying for anything I had. So I had all that treatment, and 2,000, it was actually 2,189 baht, so about £50, 60 US dollars. Very reasonable, very good, and excellent treatment. I would definitely recommend it. I'll try another hospital next time on Rama 4. I'm trying to stay away from Bumrungrad, the expensive ones around here. Steve, how you doing? I'm showing the lice stream tool, the girls in the bar, new Victor 7/1. They said welcome anytime as handsome man. Okay, they normally like the Nat and Day video. They find that quite nice. Bangkok Pat contacted me today. He's doing some kind of a video about why guys fall in love with Thai girls very, very easily. And he asked me if he could use some of the animation in the Nat and Dave cartoon. I said, yeah, that's fine, Pat, because at least he asked me and he always gives me a credit to it. Other people rip it off and then I have to report them, Right, am I way behind here in the comments? Right, George. Let me just see who else I've got to say hi to. Of course, Franco and Damon, as always. I'll say another hi to Roy in case you missed it. Going back with his pizza box tonight. He was telling me how healthy he was. Goes to the gym every morning and he's walking home with a pizza box about 2 foot square. Fair play on you, Roy. Just say hi to Bernie. He sent me a message then. Jeremy, of course, who's now in Jomtien. And Jason, haven't heard from him for a while, but I'm sure he'll watch this at some point. And there's a load of other people, but you know what my memory's like. And I've got an excuse because I had food poisoning, right? Right, Mark V. What's up, peeps? I'm working at USPS doing my route. I'm a mailman with the hopes of one day heading to Paddy. Well, good, respect to you, Mark. I mean, you should try your best to get out here. Right, I'm going to put out a little bit of an e-begging message now, not for money, but for stories, right? People have said to me for years now, do you ever think there'll be a day when you'll stop telling the stories on the channel? And I've always said the same thing. I said, no, there won't be, as long as people keep sending the stories in. I've had people say to me, well, if you ever run out, you could just make them up. People would ever know. I'd know, and I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. It's not that I'm like Mr. Total Honesty, but those stories, you can tell they're real. I think most of them are real, but if I started making them up, then it wouldn't be the same, would it? So at the moment, I've just recorded the studios for that. I've just recorded next week's stories for the members on Tuesday. All members get the stories on Tuesdays now, and they'll be released on Saturday. There's 5 stories, believe it or not, all short stories. But I'm running really low, and unless I get some stories in, there might be a Saturday where there's no stories. I'll have to go and substitute a story with something else. I know that'll upset a lot of people because a lot of people like those stories. So guys, as I always say, if you're sitting on a story, please send it in. It doesn't have to just be from Thailand. It can be China, Vietnam, Laos, anywhere, Asian preferably. Good experiences, bad experiences, how you met your wife, anything like that. I'll read it out, okay? And guys, if you do, let me just say thank you to Cape Tonian. Happy birthday, Pete. Yeah, thanks, mate. I'll buy a couple of beers. Good on you. One thing I've never really said before, but I'm going to say it now, guys. When you put a story together and you send it in to me, I know it's just probably be your style of writing, but don't do all these like what do you call it, exclamation mark, bang 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 bang, or she was totally shocked in capital letters, or 3 full stops. It just means more editing for me because I have to go in and take all that crap out. So if you send me a story, just write it in Word format, Arial font 14 or 12, something like that. Just write it as a continue. Don't keep pressing enter and having spaces, because I have to close all them spaces up. It's a hard life, isn't it? I know. But if you do send me a story, just try and make it plain text, no gaps, no explanation marks and capitals and full stops, big lines of them, and it'd be very helpful. Okay, Paul. Evening, Peter. All been working list trick. What was that? Listed. Evening, Peter. All been working list track of what? Oh, you've lost track of what day it is. Yeah, it's Saturday today. Saturday. Apparently, there's some football on the TV. I'm in competition with, but it's okay. We've got 259 in now. The other thing I want to do as well, I want to start doing some midweek streams. Okay, you guys in the UK, it might be the odd time for you, but I've got viewers in Australia and East Coast, West Coast America, and it might suit some of those guys. Like I did a stream once from Jumpteam Beach at about 4 in the afternoon. I thought, well, nobody will watch. I'll be lucky to get 50 people, and I got over 200 people. And it was a great stream, actually, 2 hours. Right, you said that, Wiggler, not me. Right, Don Schultz. How much, if at all, does the Thai people pay attention to news from the US or Great Britain? I don't think they really do. Not a lot, to be honest with you. It's not. They're not really. Not a lot is the answer. I don't think so. They're not really interested. They're interested in money and relationships. Steve James, Peter, I can't join on my own. You can't join on an iPhone, Steve. I know that because Damon tried to. He said, I can't join on an iPhone. Can you gift me a membership? If I said, well, this is another problem. I can't gift memberships, not because I'm being stingy, but YouTube don't allow it. Because what happens, YouTube take a cut of everything. Super chats, they take 30%. Memberships, they take a cut of that. And what happens if I was able to give somebody a membership? Say I had 10 friends. I mean, I don't think I got 10 friends. I don't think I got 5 friends. But just say I said to my 5 friends, okay, you guys are always in. I'm going to give you 5 free memberships. YouTube wouldn't get their money, so they don't allow it. Very clever, right? So, Steve, it's not that I don't want to gift you a membership, and it's not, it's £5.99. It's £4.99 for a month, like £1.25 a week. But I'm just not able to gift memberships for free. I mean, I think you can go in and buy them, but it's a bit complicated for me to do in the middle of a stream. I can't. If it had been before the stream, then maybe somebody else has just bought somebody else just come into the member stream now. World Traveller Forever. I was hoping on the whole point of a member stream. Like I said to you last week, this is the first one that we'll do in about 40 minutes. The whole point of it is that I can bring people in. I don't have to worry about trolls so much. I don't have to worry about people saying silly things, because everybody who's in is a paid member. So generally they're sensible people. And I did have a guest for you tonight, as I said to you at the beginning, but he's just let me down. He hasn't texted me and said, sorry, I'm tired, or he'll probably say he fell asleep on the sofa like by 1 o'clock tomorrow. But the point is, I've been let down and I don't have anybody for the stream. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to just go along with it. Right, then. when I was in Thailand, I paid no attention to the Western news either. You don't. You're in a bubble here, especially if you live in somewhere like Pattaya. You're just not interested. It's so much fun in Thailand, isn't it? Um, right. Jay Easy says, Laguana, three great place, just me 23. All right. Not sure what that means. Um, Paul Scarth says, "Oh, I gave up." Okay, so yeah, if you're trying to join on the memberships, you just can't do it on iPhone. I don't know why, you just can't. Stephen Forex, you can't gift away. The gift is totally random. You can use the receipt. Okay, I'll have to look into it. It's a bit complicated to do while I'm in the middle of a stream. Stephen, very kind mate. Thank you for that. Happy birthday, sexy man. Yeah, I'm doing well tonight. Another couple of these, and I'll be out buying a bottle of Johnny Walker tomorrow. I didn't drink last night, and you know what? I really enjoyed it. Um, I probably drink too much, and it's a bit of an excuse, but at the end of the day, um, with everything that's gone on with my family and everything, it's all settled down now. But it was very stressful, and I was drinking every night, and I cut down a lot. But because I was on the med last night, because I was taking these pills and the injection, I didn't have anything last night, and I was surprised how easy it was to relax and just. I tell you what did happen. I didn't have any alcohol, but I got the munchies for chocolate, and I had to go out and buy a Toblerone and a Kit Kat and some. They're only mini ones, right, from the 7-Eleven down the road. I just sitting here, I couldn't stop thinking about chocolate, and I went out and bought some chocolate, and I'd probably been better off, drinking, but I didn't. I will have a drink in the members stream tonight. I won't have one yet because I don't want to get pissed. Mianoi. Why listen to Western news? Nothing but doom and gloom yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Michael Francis says, you're going to miss the King's coronation. So, yeah, I'm going to miss that like a hole in the head. Johnny Deera's happy dogs, Peter. Thank you. Right, Franco, what you saying? I missed you, Franco. Let's get that one up first. Secret safe with me. All right. Right, Stephen. I hope no one is sitting next to me for my long flight to Bangkok, the poor man's first class. I tell you what, the flights are all packed now. I have noticed that it's very, very hot now. It's April now. It's one of the hottest months of the year, and Songkran's coming along on the 13th. I don't like Songkran. When I was here, when I was younger, I loved it. I used to go out to the bars down to Soi 4 in the afternoon. Sort of 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. Everyone's there with big electric pistols. Pickup trucks are coming through with barrels of water on the back. We're all soaked and covered in flour, and it was good fun, but I don't want to sound like I've lost my sense of humor or anything. I haven't, but you know what, I just don't like it anymore. It's the first time you get soaked with a bucket of water, it's okay. It's like, yeah, happy Songkran. Get down to the road, you get another bucket of water over you. Yeah, it's great. And then you get another bucket of water over you. And what's worse is when you have to go into a 7-Eleven and the aircon is ice cold and you're wet, and you go in there, that's you'll suffer then. So I think what I'm going to do, it's next weekend, Songkran, I believe. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to Villa, stock up with food and beers and everything. I'm going to turn this into a man cave for the weekend. I might get a friend or something round and, lock the door, have plenty of food in, plenty of drinks in, get the old Netflix going. Friday night, lock the front door, and that's it until Monday morning. I know it goes on for 3 or 4 days, but I'll miss the most of it. It probably goes on for 6 months down in Pattaya. Right, where are we? Crypto Chris. Don't realize so many stories in 1 week and spread them out if you're short. Don't release so many stories in one. Well, what it is, Chris, the reason some weeks it's 2 stories and another week it could be 4 or 5. I've had 8 stories before. But the reason for that is if somebody takes the trouble to send me in a story, I will try my best to read it out. One guy was upset with me last week because I wouldn't read out his story. It was something to do, he was in the Philippines, and I wasn't judging him, but I've now found a much quicker way to edit the stories. I used to read them and edit them manually, and it took forever. I now use an AI, and basically what I do is I put into the AI, I put correct the spelling and grammar of this story, and I feed the story into the AI, and I just sit there like this watching it, and it comes back and it's perfect. And I just, but the problem is with the AIs now, they know they pick up on racism and anything like that. And the way the guy I didn't have a problem with the story myself, but the way the guy read it, it was a real long story, about 8 pages, and the AI, it won't convert it if it thinks it's any kind of derogatory to one race, anything like that. And it came back and it said, we can't do this for you. It didn't, I can't remember the exact word, but it said something like, we can't do this because it puts down one race or something like that. And I thought, well, I'm not going to edit this manually, it's too long. And I wrote to the guy and said, look, I'm really sorry, my AI won't edit it, and I don't have the time to physically do it. And he got really funny with me. And I said, look, it's no good having a go at me. If I can't put it through the AI, then I mean, I know why it picked it up. There were certain things in there. I mean, it never fails to amaze me. Some people send in stories, and the language they use, and I don't know how they can, they write it, and they know I'm going to read it out on the store on the channel, but the way they write it, so sexually explicit and swearing. I think, well, the guy who's written, I think, well, excuse me, the guy who's written, I think, do you really think I'm going to read that out? Okay, Sean, happy Rex Manning Day. Okay, yeah. Right, Paul Hoskin. Can we have a big girls manga minute? What, the old BBWs, the old chubby chops? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the manga minute now. I'll probably do it at the end of the member stream. I'm not going to do it twice within an hour because it's half an hour to go on this one, right? But what I will do, I'll do the manga minute, and it's actually, I believe it's 2 minutes tonight. But just before I do the manga minute, I want to show you my new baby. There she is. I look like a right prat here. So basically, what happened? I went to a Honda dealer to buy this motorcycle. It's actually a Honda Click, but it's a 160 and it's a special edition. I found out from Steve, he bought one from his girlfriend, exact same bike, but it wasn't the special edition. It was only a couple of thousand less than this one. A regular Honda Click cost about 65,000 brand new, but this one was actually, with everything, it was about 74,000, but that was with a year's insurance. It was with, you don't need an MOT for 5 years, you need it on the 6th year. And but the problem is, like, when you can't just leave the showroom, I mean, I got it, and he brought out that's the owner of the shop there, and he's brought out the ribbon and the sign that says something like another happy customer or whatever, and there I am, look, dickhead of the year, holding a thumbs up with my big chubby face. But I'm really pleased with it. It's a great bike. It's 160cc. I'm going to go over to Bangwa to visit Simon tomorrow. It's about a 40-minute journey, so I'm a bit nervous about it, but I should be fine. I've been out and about. I've driven down Sukhumvit, down to Asok, right up to Rama 4. You just got to be careful, use your wing mirrors, and don't go bloody mad and assume somebody's going to pull out in front of you. But yeah, 160cc. What did I get? I got full insurance, 15,000 on the bike, and third party if I hit a taxi or something, or another person. The registration was included in that, to get the plate. I'm riding it around without a plate at the moment. You're allowed to do that as long as you can show them the paperwork. Mark Hanley, thank you for that. Very kind of you. Let me just check that there's nobody else. I don't want to miss any of these. Right, yeah, okay, right, thank you. What we're going to do now, let's do the manga minute. It's about 2 minutes long tonight. See what you think of this. That weren't a bad one this week, was it? It was about 2 minutes long. You might have noticed a bit of an interjection of more Japanese girls in the manga minute this week because it's really hard to keep finding Thai clips. And I did some Filipino ones last week, but no disrespect to Filipinos. A lot of the girls seem a little bit chubby. I mean, I know I'm not perfect. I'm just saying for a manga minute that you've got standards, haven't you? So I've kind of moved from the Philippines to Japan, and maybe we'll try somewhere else next week. All right. But I'll do that again at the end of the members stream in about an hour and a half. And there is a ladyboy competition again tonight, but I'm going to be saving that for the members stream. The reason being, there's going to be a lot less people. Well, I mean, I've got over 260 people in this stream now, plenty to talk about, plenty of comments going on, but when I do the member stream, I'm expecting 50-60 people in there, and that will give me something to use up the time with. It's £4.99 a month, guys. I'm not asking for the end of the world. It's like £125 a month, and we'll try and get something a bit more personal going on. Okay. Right, everybody else does it, so I don't feel guilty about it. Right, Paul Owen, Songkran's Thursday. Is it Thursday? Is it? Okay, well, I'll be in Villa on Wednesday, stocking up on everything then. Villa's a supermarket near Soy 33. You can get all your cheeses and hams and sauces and everything you can get that you never used to get. That's the one I use, Steve. Peter, use Chat GPT. I don't know a better one than that. Everybody uses that. But they've actually made a lot of changes in it because people were putting things into it like tell me the six most vulnerable ATM machines around this area, and then they put into it the ATM machines and said why is it vulnerable and which is the best way to rob it, so they had to make a lot of changes, and people were doing kind of like I can't say it in YouTube because I've noticed a lot of my live streams lately, they've demonetized them, and I don't know why, but it's certain words you use. And, there's certain things that you can ask it that it would give you answers, but they've really tightened up on it now. But it's very, very good, ChatGPT. The one you just mentioned, the one I use, GPT. I'm actually thinking about taking out a membership for it because the problem is because some of the stories like 4, 5, 6 pages long, I can't feed them into it and just let it run because it'll just stop. It'll only do a certain amount. So what I need to do is generally about 3/4 of an A4 page, and then put that into the stories and then do the next section, then the next section. It'd be great to get an entire story and just go bang and have it done in a minute. It's saving me so much time. But if I don't get any more stories soon, I won't need that either. Right, reggae vibes. Peter, got a special friend from the man cave, one age 24 years and about 5'2". I'm missing something here, reggae vibes. Get a special. Oh yeah, I got you. Okay, get a special friend for the man cave. One about 24 years old and about 5 foot tall. Yeah, I need somebody to clean up a little bit around here as well, actually. Right. Hey then. I'm single now, aren't I? I mean, I used to travel in April to put two leaves and Easter leaves together, but I copped Songkran and come to dread it. Mainly everything in my man bag gets soaked. Yeah, I remember I upset a French guy years ago. I know he's French because he swore at me in French, but what it was, what I said years ago, like it used to be fun. We'd have electric water pistols and we'd just get soaked and we didn't care. And I was in Pat Pong in the afternoon, and I can't remember why I was there in the afternoon, but when I'd finished doing whatever I was doing, like hanging out, about 4 o'clock, I was walking by one of my regular bars down there. I don't go there now. I'm talking 25 years ago. Okay. I was in Pat Pong, and there was a barrel of water, big tub of water, and the girls were outside with these electric water pumps that the bar had bought from, and they slung one in my hand. And at first, I avoided trying to get wet, and then eventually I got soaked. I thought, damn, it's solid. And everyone's spraying, and these electric water guns, they're like machine guns, but they've got batteries in them. They spray the water everywhere. And there was a guy, I shouldn't have done it really, but there was a guy who was walking past, and he was in a shirt and proper trousers, obviously a business guy. I don't know why I did it. I just pointed the machine water pistol at him and I sprayed his backside, and he turned round and gave me a load of verbal in French, and I don't blame him, actually. It was very bad. Right. Steve James, Damon, I'm working away, don't have PC. Okay. Yeah, I think you're talking about joining the membership, right? You can't join it on an iPhone. It has to be on a PC or a Android phone. Booty66, if a racist sends you a story, it will read as if it was written by a racist. Well, it's funny you should say that because there's a story for next week. Without giving away too much, there was a guy, he went with this crazy taxi driver. She was a female, and she said, I'll show you around. And I think the guy was a coloured guy, man of colour, right? And she went to certain bars where her friends were. There were dumps, a lot of them, but, she was getting kickbacks and getting face for bringing this guy to the bar. And in the end, he cut slack from her because she took him to, he wanted to go one particular night, Golga bar on Walker Street, which he'd heard was fantastic. And she turned around and says, oh, they're racist. They won't let you in. So they went somewhere else, but he managed to sneak back and then he got in by himself. But if you are coloured, a man of coloured, however you say it, no, you've got absolutely no worries when you're in Thailand. Okay, the racism thing, it's not like in the West. You come here, you have a good time. There's a little bit of fun involved, but it doesn't matter what color you are. Okay, nobody's going to say anything that affects you in a big way. I told this story a long time ago. I remember one time, sometimes the Thais say things that are very offensive, but they don't mean to be offensive. And I'll give you a great example, which I've told you about a year ago. So the way I describe this will sound very offensive, right? But this was a Thai talking to a Western woman, and they were trying to communicate a message across. But because of the limited English, the Thai girl said it in the only way she knew how, which was really offensive to the women, but she didn't mean to be, right? So what happened, a Western woman, American English, I don't know where she's from, she went into one of these traditional kind of Thai clothes shop, where they have the baggy trousers with the elephants on them and beads, shirts with beads and all this. And this woman, to be polite, was quite a large woman in size, right? So she was looking through all the dress. She couldn't get one to fit her because Thai size, even free size as they call it, is small, and this one was rather large. Let's put it that way. And the Thai girl in the shop, she turned around to the woman. She said, "Look, I'm sorry, madam, you're too fat. We don't have dresses as big as you." Now that is totally offensive, and the Western woman, of course, she went ballistic. But the Thai girl, she didn't mean it as it came out. What she wanted to say, she was trying to say, "I'm ever so sorry, we don't have your size. We've only got small to medium. I don't think you'd fit into any of this." But of course, we're limited English, then that was it. So again, if you come here as a person of color, you won't suffer any racism at all, actually, but you might hear things that are said by Thais that might sound slightly offensive, but they don't mean to be offensive. So come with an open mind, open heart, all the rest of it. Right. Happy Easter. Yeah, we forgot there are a lot of Catholics out there as well. Happy Easter to you guys. I think I'm a Catholic as well, can't remember. Right, John. Oh gosh, they asked me for 88,000 for the same bike. All right. Dutch Frank, how you doing? Nice to see you in the stream. I don't know if you noticed, while I do the streams here in the room in Bangkok, I'm kind of talking at a level. When I was in the garage, I can give it away now. When I was in the garage back in the UK, I'm quite loud and up front. But here, there's a Thai guy lives above me. He's quite noisy actually, but it's 10:30 at night here, so I'm trying to be diplomatic so everybody can hear me. But I don't want to go too loud, as it were. Right, Deke the trucker, how you doing, Deke? Peter, is it possible to have a private plate on your bike like we have on our UK cars? I don't think it is, Deke. I'm guessing now, but I've never seen a private plate here in Thailand. They do the red plates when you get a new car. It's red, so everybody knows you've got a new car. But I don't think they have private plates. I've never seen one. Somebody might prove me wrong, but like I say, I haven't seen one. Cast in Thai, okay. Hi to who's that now? Just lost him there. Right, a name I can't pronounce. I'll just call you T. Peter, happy birthday. Be careful. The AI might send a Terminator back in time to find you as a young boy. Laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely. I was a young boy once, long time ago. Carl, who is the real Dutch Farang? Well, it's this guy. He's Dutch Farang, actually, but he's now the real Dutch Farang because he had an impersonator. All right, who else we got in here? Right, John says his Thai girlfriend would kill him for watching the manga minute. They are very jealous of Thai women, so I've heard. Right, Javier, how you doing? Thomas Wim, will the real Dutch Farang please stand up? Yeah, great song that is. Paul Hoskins says, disgusting, play it again. Your jokes have cleaned up quite a bit these days, Paul. Jay-Z says, did the AI pick the lovely ladies? Not at all. That was all my own work. Ben Lino, how you doing? Probably the best manga minute. Yeah, it wasn't a bad one, but I find Japanese and Korean women very attractive. More than any other Asian country. That's my personal choice: Koreans and Japanese. And I couldn't find a lot of Thai clips this time, and so I thought, well, we'll move over. We'll go. Where are we? We'll go north, and we'll have a look at Japan. There's some lovely ladies. Yeah, Marky Mark. Never tired of the manga minute. It's actually 2 minutes tonight, Mark. Do you know what? You won't believe this. That manga minute takes me about 3 hours. By the time I get the clips, I have to look for the clips and get the suitable ones. You can't have their asses hanging out or the boobs from a side view. YouTube are too strict for that, right? They won't let you get away with it. You got to find the clips. You got to clip them down, as it were, so they're right. You got to get the music. You get the transitions between each clip so they look nice, and then you put the word in the manga minute and all the rest of it. And I got to upload it, and you know. And I thought about it. I thought, is it worth it? It takes me 2 to 3 hours to do that 2 minute clip. And I thought, is it worth it? But you know what? It is, because when you think about it, if you go to the movies or the cinema, whatever, and you watch a film that's about an hour and a half long, at the end of it, there's about 1,000 people on the credits that have been involved. And you think, well, it was only an hour and a half long. Or you'll listen to a music track and you think, yeah, that was nice. 3 minute music track by some famous band. And they say, yeah, they wrote that track in record time. It only took them 3 months. So I suppose it's the same in any entertainment. It takes time, doesn't it, for a short amount of entertainment if you want to do it right. Um, no name. I hope the girls in the pool were not singing the diarrhea song. Yeah, that's dead and buried. That one now, a long time ago. Steve James, bit sick. I can't join the member stream because of stupid iPhone. Yeah, sorry about that, Steve. I knew this would happen, and it's so tempting. With 15 minutes to go, I'm so tempted to say, "Oh, let's just carry on." But a lot of people have bought memberships now because I want to be part of it, and I don't know what it's going to be like tonight because my guest has pulled out, as I keep saying. I might try and get some volunteers in just to liven it up a little bit. We have got the Ladyboy competition, um, but I definitely want to do more in the members streams because it's going to be more of a community in there, isn't it? These are great streams. Everyone in here is tonight. There's no trolling going on. Nobody's saying anything silly. But with the member streams, everybody else does them, and you can just get away with a lot more, can't you? Right. Okay, I'll put that up because I totally agree with that, Jay Easy. Thank you. Just me, 23. You in Thailand now? I am. I am. I'm in Bangkok. I'm in downtown Bangkok on the mean streets of Bangkok, and I'm here full time. I've sold my house. I'm single. I'm here. I'm doing it. I've got food poisoning, so I haven't been out and about, but I will be. And there must be 500 YouTubers here in Thailand. Maybe not 500, maybe 200, right? I come across them all the time, all these YouTubers, and I think, well, who's this guy? Who's that guy? And some of them, they're out there all the time with selfie streaks. Selfie sticks are up in Isan, they're down south, they're on motorbikes. Like, hey, they're in restaurants, and you look at me and think, Jesus, this guy goes everywhere. He must have so many subscribers. And I go and look, and the guy's got 600 subscribers, and I think, you know, so I've got to try and be careful. I don't want to get everybody to start doing them sort of videos and bore people. Right, Franco saying hi to all, welcome to all the members. Yeah, Steve Ellsbury. Ladies in the bar like the manga minute. Okay, so Steve, which bar was it? I'll give them a mention. Get a couple of names out. We've only got 15 minutes, but I'll look out for you. Get one or two names of the girls in the bar, and I'll say hi to them. It'll probably be something like Nong or Knock or the normal sort of thing. But that's all right. Nothing too complicated because I might not be able to get it out. But get a few names and turn the volume up, and we'll say hello to them. Right. Okay. Um, and by the way, which bar are you in, Steve? I'd love to know where you are. You did mention it. Right, Soy Dog. Hi, Peter. Good feeling you don't have to get a plane home no more. Countdown. Exactly, and that's why I came out on business. It was lovely. Business class, really nice. £2,000, but hey ho. Right. I never used to say that, hey ho. I got that from Trevor and Buzzin' Patty. That's what he says. He'll say something, he finishes with a hey ho, and now I'm saying it. I wish I didn't say it. Right, Joe Pet, I don't like be splashed with cold water. Well, the thing is, the water isn't really cold here because it's a hot climate. So even when they get the water from the tap and throw it over, you don't sort of like, oh, that was cold. It's just normal temperature. But when you go into an aircon, that's when you suffer. Or if you're wearing nice clothes and you're trying to avoid it. The one year I really got bad, well, I was working in the hotel industry. Which hotel was I in? No, I was working in Konkan in the Sofitel, and I came down and I had to interview a Filipino music band, and I think I was meeting them in the was it the Novotel in CM Square? I was meeting them there, and they were going to do a little audition for me and everything. And I had a suit and tie. I always used to wear a suit and tie when I was in Thailand. And I came down, and I was still fairly new because Konkan was my first location. And I thought I'll get a tuk-tuk, get through traffic. Thought I was being clever. I was sat in the back of this tuk-tuk. It pulled up at the lights on one of the busiest junctions near CM Square. And this Thai guy with a full bucket of water just looked at me and gave me a grin as if to say, I got you. You ain't going nowhere. And he threw this bucket of water full on me and absolutely drenched me. and started laughing with his friends, not in a nasty way. It was just a case of like, red light, you ain't going nowhere, mister. We got you. Chuck the bucket of water on me, and I was like, for God's sake, but it's all done in fun. What can you say? This is Thailand, only in Thailand. Right, Sunday Blue, how you doing? Danny Rubini, is it? Impossible not to love Thai people, yeah. I can't stand the people who are here, foreigners. Oh, Thais are always this and Thais are always that, and they can't do this and they can't do that. If you think Thais are stupid, have a drive through the city. Look at those skyscrapers. Have a look at the parks. Have a look at the malls. Have a look at those huge, really skyscrapers. Be in the middle of it. You'll be surrounded by them near IT Fortune, and then tell yourself Thais are stupid. No, they're not. No, they're not. Right, Damon. Q, my Thai partner, her mum said, I am same as monkey because I have hairy arms. Well, I'll concur on that one, Damon. You are a bit of an ape man. You have got very hairy arms, but it's said in the most friendliest way. Ben, okay. Right, Steve, I'm a bit behind the comments, aren't I? Damon, I had a beard and all the girls soy six called me a monkey. Yeah, it's not really a hairy country, is it, Thailand? They're not into hair too much. Let me just see if I can see. Right, Steve, let's get that up there. Right, Steve said it's the he sent me a message. Yeah, hang on. Let me try and download this picture so I can get this on before we go. This will be fun. Save as. This should be fun. We'll get one of the girls in the bar there. She'll be shocked when she sees a picture. Right, that's 140. Bear with me, guys. This is going to be worth it. Let me just see what the names are there he's giving me, Steve. It's the Victoria Bar, Soy 7/1, name June and Knock. June and Knock, how you doing? Let's get some photographs up there. There's another one there. Let me get this one. It's hard to do when you're live. I've got the first one. Where's that second one? Well, it's the same girl, so I'm going to put up the one. Steve, I'm going to put up the one with you, mate. I hope I don't get into trouble because you look very close. Let's say that. Let me just find it. It's only a photograph, so it should upload fairly quickly. I'll put that on my desktop. There he is. Let's get that up there. Right, so Steve's in a bar on 7/1. He did tell me the name of it. It is the Victoria Bar, and he's talking with June and Knock. And one of them is going to piss in her pants any minute now because I'm going to do this. There we go. How's that? I've got a feeling Steve's in the bar saying, "Holy shit! Why did we send that picture in?" Okay, which one's that? Is that Knock or June? Sawadee Kab, how are you? Good to see you in the stream. All right, I'll put you out of your misery now. Right, okay, a lot of fun there. Right, okay. Hope you enjoyed that, Steve. Hope it didn't get you into trouble. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, okay. I got the other one, but it was the same girl, and it's quite. I've got like 286 people in the background, so I don't want to keep everyone waiting. But that was good. Thanks for sending it in. Okay. Did you send any others? There's another one there of June or Knock. Okay. Right. You look like you're having a good time anyway. That's good. Right, D in Isan now up in East. All right, let's see. Now up in Isan, ice water now, so it's flipping cold. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm into all things Thailand. I'm not Thailand bound anymore. I'm now Thailand resident, aren't I? But it's not as catchy. But I like a lot of things about Thailand, but I'm not a fan of Songkran. It gets a bit much sometimes. Right. Joe Pett, grumpy season. Okay, I don't know about that. George, Paul Hoskin, please tell us more. No, don't encourage him, George, for God's sake. We've just calmed him down. Capio, how you doing? I'm on an iPhone at the gym now. Let's see if I can rejoin. It's more complicated than it should be. Yeah, I mean, Capio, Damien said it. I mean, Damien's a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to IT and computers. And I think he'll be the first to admit that. But he says you can't join on an iPhone. Or let's reword that. He said he couldn't join on an iPhone. That might be possible. If you can, then that'd be good if you could let us know. Right, Marky Mark again. Here's a big question. Have you had your first soapy as a single man? I haven't yet, Mark. No, because I've had food poisoning. I haven't done anything. I had all these plans right when I land in Bangkok. But what I'm really excited about is interviewing Tim Newton. Tim Newton from TNT used to be with the Tiger. I called him up. We had a good chat for about 45 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a live stream with him. I'm going to do a recorded interview. I said to him, look, Tim, I'll send you the questions. You tell me what you don't want me to ask. Very nice guy. Just said, you ask me whatever you want. And I said, well, the one question that everybody's going to want to ask, I don't know if you want to answer this, is, why did you leave the tiger? His exact answer, he said, for God's sake, he said, I'm going to get a T-shirt printed. Don't ask me why I left the frigging tiger. But he will explain it to us. I'm more interested about the others because Natty left as well, didn't she? But I'll record that Wednesday. I'll try and get that up for next Sunday because it takes a while to edit it and do the thumbnail and all the rest of it. Okay, but I'm going to be interviewing them on Wednesday afternoon. I should be able to get that up for Sunday. So stories on Saturday, if we get some more stories in, and the Tim Newton interview on a Sunday. Right, let's get back on it. Yeah, absolutely. Wiglet says Tim Newton is a champion. I think he's very, very good. I mean, I genuinely recommend him because, if you want the news in Thailand, there's one or two podcasts that are okay, but I like to see who I'm listening to. There's a guy called the Expat Report. I haven't listened to him for a while, but I used to listen to him when I was out with my dog. He doesn't show his face, but he does a condensed kind of 20-minute news program, which was quite good to listen to. It was all the latest news stories. But I've started to watch Tim. I'm subscribed to Tim's channel, and I think it's going to do big things in the future because he's very, very good. He gets what he does that's very good is he gets all the snippets of news and gets to the point. I hate people who do 10 laps around the bush before they actually tell you the story. I'm a bit like that myself, but you know what I mean. But yeah, he's great. I recommend him. If you want to know what's going on in Thailand, then Tim's a man. Jay Easy, both Sarah and Natty left at the same time. The tiger is not the same without Tim and the ladies. Tim Newton, top quality. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I'm not slating the tiger, but I felt that for me personally, this is just my personal opinion. It's like a backside. Everybody's got one, right? I'm entitled to mine. So for me, when I used to watch the tiger, it would, for me, Tim Newton was the tiger. Okay, I was subscribed to the tiger. I used to watch it regular, especially when I used to do it. About 2 years ago, I used to do like a weekly news roundup. I don't know if you remember that. It was on a Wednesday afternoon, and I used to get the stories from the Examiner, the Bangkok Post, and I used to get one or two from the Tiger, and I was subscribed and I watched it regularly. But when Tim left, I unsubscribed because it just wasn't the same for me. And as soon as I seen that he had his own channel, TNT, down there in Phuket, I thought, wow, great, and I've joined him. And I think he's just over 20,000 subscribers now, but he hasn't had that channel going that long. And I believe my prediction is he'll be over 100,000 very, very quickly within a year. But I'll ask him any questions you want to ask him. You can send me, and I'll try and get them to him. Right, John. My biggest question is, I'm going to be a teacher here starting 17th of April. Well done. Weed is legal, but I'm still scared to do it. Is it a problem if English teachers? Right. Okay. So let me answer that in a sensible way. The law is that you're not allowed to use it in. I'm not going to say the words, okay, because YouTube is so particular about it, right? So you're going to have to read between the lines, right? The law is it's legal up to a point, but you're not allowed to smoke it in purpose. If you're a teacher, okay, and you're teaching obviously children, it's not going to do your image any good, right? So if you are into it, what I would say to you, the best advice I'd say to you is do it in private, in parties, wherever you are. But when you go to work as a teacher, that's your job. That's where you get your money from to eat, to live, to pay your rent, isn't it? Right? Don't jeopardize it. Okay, just keep them separate. You got work, which is serious side. If you like to do that, fair play to you, no problem. Don't mix the two because you'll have a problem. Right, Damon. Peter, imagine having a soapy massage when you get food poisoning and your stomach is rumbling. What a nightmare. Well, it's not the stomach I'd worry about, Damien. If I was having a soapy massage and my stomach was rumbling, it would be the other end I'd worry about, if you know what I mean. Right, Craig. Okay, Toby Price, never watched the Tiger anymore. Okay, yeah. Steve James, yeah, Tim was number one. His channel is better than the Tiger. Okay, this isn't. I'm not Tiger bashing. Okay, I'm not. I haven't come on here to stick the boot into the Tiger. We're talking. I'm talking about Tim Newton and his channel. Okay, and of course, off the back of that, you're telling me what you feel about. By the way, I still haven't got these anti-glare glasses. Look, isn't that annoying? Look. That's why I'm always looking down, so you don't see. And I turn the light down, right? Okay, not sure what that means, but I don't think it's derogatory, so I'll put it up. TNT is news without the children, all right. I asked him about his microphone because he's got that big microphone in front of him. I said, "What's with that microphone?" And he said, "Oh, it's a symbol, a phallical symbol. It makes me more powerful in front of the computer." And I said, "I'll have to get one of them, because I feel a bit, like that." Right. And it's a good mic as well, actually. So he says, right, wait till after the elections to see is still, yeah, I'm not going to go down that route, because this is something that comes up again and again and again. But what you got to realize is both sides have interests, all right, without getting into the whole debate about it. It's something I've been talking about for a long time. And it doesn't matter who gets in, okay? There's both sides have got a lot of interest, billions of pounds invested from both Western people and Thailand people, and I don't think it's going to go. I'm not even going to say the word think. It's not going to go away anytime soon. What they might do is tighten up the law on these smaller dispensaries and things like that, and tidy it up a little bit, But the big factories that are producing it for hemp, medical use, all that sort of thing, no way, no way. Right, easy company. Simon's, your classes are. Uh, Simon, your glasses are annoying me. I'm a long time sub. Keep up the good work. Well, you're a long time sub, but you're calling me Simon. My name's actually Peter. Right, Steve. Smoke. Okay. Yeah, I know. Easy Company. I know you have been around for a while. Why are you calling me Simon? You must know my name by now. Well, I can't do anything about the glass at the moment. I'm trying to find anti-glare glasses. I looked on Lazada, and I can't get them from any shops here because they don't. I've tried using the translation, and they just bring out glasses. It's annoying, really. All kinds of gains. Right, okay, I've read that out, haven't I? Okay, Damon again. Peter, can you put on a wife beater vest on and mess up your hair for the member stream tonight? It's a bit late to ask me that, but I just happen to have here, because when, I bought a couple of fans because I get really cold with the aircon, but I wear this, I have got a wife beater vest here, Damon. Look, there it is. I had that on today. Lovely, isn't it? I look like a um, you know, right ruffian with that. Right. Casting time. Asked him about his new project, Airbnb hotel in Phuket. I hear he talks about this today. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Yeah, asked him about his new project. Okay, Airbnb. I'll try and remember. Uh, Easy company. He says, "Sorry, Peter, I'm drinking." Well, you are excused because one, it's my birthday, and two, I'm going to get plastered in the members stream after this. I've got 15 minutes to grab my bottle and cans and all the rest of it, and I've got somebody visiting me tomorrow, so I've got to be careful. Right. Yeah, I've taken medicine now. That's good advice. Activated charcoal is helpful for food poisoning, and it is. I know it is, but the thing is, I don't know where to get activated charcoal, and I've been to hospital, so they've given me like antibiotics. Chippy Wissick, is it? Been enjoying your Saturday stories for years. First time to catch the live stream. Keep up the great work. Working on a story for you from my first visit in 1998. Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, there's the story. I think the stories are kind of being the backbone of this channel, and a lot of people have said, like I said at the beginning, if you run out, just make them up. But I don't. I suspect when I started the stories 3.5 years ago now, the only other person doing them was Simon Landis Smiles. He's better at telling stories than me. He does it from memory. Very, very good. He's back in the UK now. And then I started in a different sort of way. But there's 2 or 3 guys who have jumped on the bandwagon, and people write to me and say, "Oh, that guy makes up all his stories. He's even copying your thumbnail." I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't own the internet. That's up to them. But I just can't bring myself around to make up stories because I think I'd get caught out. I'm not a good liar, actually. I'm not. Right. Is it Kolu? It's clear there was some drama involved in Natty and Sarah leaving the Tiger. It was very abrupt, with no prior announcement or goodbyes, unlike the departure of Tim and Jet Guther. Do you know, I wish I would have asked him. When I had a private one-on-one, I could have asked him about that, and I won't have it. Well, I will at the beginning when we do the recording in the week. There's 5 or 10 minutes where we're on, and I'm like, right, you ready, Tim? 3, 2, 1, bang. Thank you, Tim. I might ask him if I've got to try and remember all this sort of stuff. Right, guys, believe it or not, that's an hour. We're done and dusted. I'm going to say good night to you. I'll be back in. I've advertised a member stream as 20 minutes past 11. I might start at 11:15. I'm just going to grab some beers and stuff. But that's it for now. It's an hour long, and I hope to see you guys in the member stream. Okay? Thanks for watching.